Hello, my pack, my tribe. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties there. What a pain in the ass that thing was. Alright. So, originally my idea for tonight's show, and since I'm starting so late, I'm only going to do one session tonight, folks. But originally what my idea was for tonight, because I busted my phone, and well, actually what happened, this is what happened. I accidentally dropped the phone and the battery kind of blew up. It like swelled. And I couldn't get the battery back into the phone. And without the battery in the phone, I can't use the app, etc., etc. Well, finally I just said screw it, and I took my knife and I poked a hole in it, and it let out all this air, and the battery went flat again, but it apparently still works. So I got my phone back, basically. So yeah, originally I was going to do like old-fashioned digital recorder EVP, doing burst sessions, as we call them, where I ask questions, like 4 or 5 questions in a row, and wait an appropriate amount of time for an answer, and then pause the session, and then play back whatever we got. But now I don't have to do that. I can do it the way that we've been doing it, which is on the Spirit Voice app. So let me get this set up. Alrighty. Make sure the volume's turned up. Oh, wrong button. Not the power button. Dang it. Okay, there it is. Hi, who's here? Merry Christmas. Well, I should say Happy Holidays, as it's not actually Christmas yet. So who's here? Names? Hold on a second. Hi. Is that a little better? Have I talked to you before? No? So you're new here? You're not new here, I just haven't talked to you before. Okay. And what's your names again? I think I heard Jason and Irene, is that right? What do you want to say? Nothing? Okay, well hold on, I'm going to try something else, okay? I seem pretty quiet tonight. Not entirely sure why, because the last couple times I've done this has been pretty crazy. So I'm actually going to try a different app. This one is a lot noisier, folks, but it's kind of worth it. So I am going to turn it down a little bit because I don't want to disturb anybody. But you'll still be able to hear it. Okay, can you say your names again on this one? Is my grandpa Vic here? Hi, Jay. I'm doing good. How are you? Doing all right? Here, let me see if I can't adjust the settings here just a little bit. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to hear a little bit better. Did you say Jay needs you? Yes, I hear my name. Alright, hold on, guys. We're going to take a little break. Alright, when we come back, I'm going to try yet another app. That one was okay. They were actually, I don't know how well you guys heard them, but on my end, it was coming across pretty clear. And that was the Ghostbox app, by the way, the GB one. I'm going to try the SV one next. And the cool thing about the SV1 is, the SV1 app is not only can I use it to communicate, I can also record. Which means that I can save it, analyze it, slow it down or speed it up or do whatever I need to do to make it come across more understandable, and then I can bring it back into my show and play it back. But just to state it for the record, I do not alter or fake any evidence, especially not audio. I mean, I could, I would technically know how to do something like that, but I just don't. I don't believe in it. I think it's absolutely unnecessary. I think the real evidence is interesting enough without having to fake anything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this on. And this is what a real spirit box sounds like, by the way. I just heard Ghost Wolf again. It was very faint, but I heard it. Can you speak more clearly in this app? Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Yes, somebody just said that they think they heard a scream. Yes, there actually is one. It comes across, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter where I am. That scream comes across on the GB1. It could be here. It could be at the Mansfield Farm Museum. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it'll always be at random times, but it does come across. And I think what it is honestly, I think it's my ghost Daniel, who's a bit of a trickster. And I think he's just trying to get people's attention, is what I think it is. But I don't really know for sure. Alright, anyways, continuing on. Hey, do you guys know who was screaming when I was listening to the other app? Are you still with us? Hello? Hmm. Well, they seem to have gone away for a moment. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another short little break here. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see. But that's how it goes sometimes. I've been in a lot of places in a lot of different situations where, like, whatever activity it is, whether it be, something visual or audible, sometimes it only lasts for a short period of time and then there's nothing. And, there are times when we've gone to some place and, well, usually, probably like 9 times out of 10, we go to a place, there's instantly something happening pretty quickly. I would say within the first half an hour, there's definitely going to be something going on 9 times out of 10. However, there have been those situations where we've sat there for 3-4 hours before anything happened. But then when it did happen, we were all blown away. So, that's kind of the catch-22 of what we do, because it is an exercise in patience, and that is something that is sadly lacking in a lot of the newbie investigators that that I've harped on before. Like I've said before, they watch Ghost Adventures or these other ghost shows and think they know what they're doing, and sorry, it just doesn't work that way. And in the end, they're just creating more problems, really. But I digress. So, just for those of you that are listening that probably have never done a paranormal investigation, there's some things that you should probably know about doing an EVP session. Okay, sorry, I was just checking the time. When you do an EVP session, there are some standard questions that are good to ask. Okay, things like, why are you here? What is your name? Where are you from? How did you die? Although that last one, how did you die? That is like, that's not one you want to ask all the time. You kind of want to feel it, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes asking that question kind of just disgusts them and they want nothing further to do with you, or it makes them angry, or it makes them too sad to talk, or any combination thereof. And because they don't like to be reminded of that stuff too much, I don't think. So but other questions like, where'd you grow up, and by the way, the best way to do an EVP session actually is to kind of bypass all that get to know you stuff in a way, and actually learn the history of the place that you're dealing with, and possibly the spirit that you're communicating with, because then you can ask more pointed questions. I'll give you an example. We were we were investigating this place in downtown Mansfield, Ohio, called the Chase Tower Building. It's the Chase Bank Building, and we were up on the 3rd floor, which is also coincidentally where we make our base camp when we would investigate there. But in the back of the 3rd floor, there's this one room where we experience this little boy that is there. And the reason we know it's a little boy is because we asked questions and basically figured out who he was. And he was associated with the bank manager. He was like the bank manager's stepson, basically. And there was some ugly stuff going on there. That's all I'm going to say about that. But that's, kind of why he's there. But we didn't know that initially. And so we asked questions like, can you tell us, I think his name was, no, it wasn't Billy. Billy was at the Eagles Club. I think his name was actually William, but he didn't like being called Billy. I think he liked being called William. But anyways, we asked him what year it was. And we were blown away. We were actually using, a friend of ours actually has an Obelisk 3 device, which you may or may not have seen on TV. It's a device that ghosts can use different wavelengths in the electromagnetic spectrum to select words out of a 4,000 word database. What they're never supposed to do is select words that aren't in the database, and they are never ever supposed to say full phrases. It's supposed to be one word at a time. Well, we got a full phrase. We got "It's 1929," which coincidentally is the year after the bank there opened. Which kind of proved two things to me, by the way. Number one, that that time really has no meaning at all for them. I think that, and this is just my theory on it. I mean, we've all suspected, and by all I mean all of us in the paranormal field, have suspected for a long time that time may be very different for them because they don't age anymore. They don't feel the pressure of time like we do. But I think there's actually more to it than just that simple explanation. I think that they may even have, on a subconscious level, some limited either time viewing or time manipulation type capabilities to where they can be either forward or in the present or in the past in the timeline. And I think in young William's case, that in his mind, even though he was there and he was just on the other side of that curtain between life and death, on his side of it, to him, it was 1929. That's why if you were to go to a place like, say, the Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, Arizona, a lot of the spirits there are oblivious to the passage of time in a lot of ways. I mean, they can obviously tell that time has passed, but now to a lot of them, like the equipment that we would use there would be very strange indeed. They wouldn't even know what to call it or how to even make sense of it a lot of the time. And that's actually something in particular that we've run into many, many, many times when dealing with Native American spirits, by the way. Because even in 1800s, what was the what we would consider low tech now, which was the height of tech in 1800s, was out of this frickin' world to the natives because they'd never seen anything like it. They were amazed and blown away by simple things like coffee grinders, much less coffee. I mean, like, it was just something we didn't have, at that point. So, anyways, so like dealing with a lot of Native American spirits, for example, you have to put things in their terms, or you risk maybe shocking them into silence, or maybe making them angry enough that they won't talk to you. So, all things to take into consideration when you do an EVP session. And the reason that you hear me here ask over and over, who are you? Why are you here? Etc., is because, as we've heard, there are multiple spirits that move through here. And a lot of the time you don't hear from the same one twice. Because I'm hearing all new ones now. Anyways, just food for thought. Let me check the time real quick, see how much I've got. Okay, I've got about 12 minutes left. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you an EVP I don't think you've heard before. So I'm going to try and play two, time permitting, but I'm going to play this once, and then I'm going to tell you where it was from.
I heard Jan again.
It was Jan?
Is the name Jan?
Okay, thank you.
I heard Barbara again. Who's Barbara?
Hi. Who's standing there? Is Jan the lady that I saw in the kitchen? No?
I thought I heard yelp.
Okay. Now, I need to explain this real quick. Whenever, and other teams may be different, but I think it's important to try and be as professional as possible, especially when you're doing a residential case. And that's what this was. It was a residential case of somebody's home, and it's in Ohio. That's all you're going to hear me say about it. But we were in this person's basement. The lady that owns the house, her name is Jan.
I heard Jan again.
It was Jan?
Is the name Jan?
Okay, thank you. Okay, what I hear is when we ask, is it Jan? We hear, yeah. And then I hear a male voice come through and say, ask Jan.
I heard Jan again.
It was Jan?
Is the name Jan?
Okay, thank you.
I heard Barbara again. Who's Barbara?
Hi. Who's standing there? Is Jan the lady that I saw in the kitchen? No?
I thought I heard yelp.
Okay, once again, they were being pretty talkative, which is always a good thing. But you hear me ask, was Jan the lady I saw in the kitchen? And the reason I asked that is because I saw a lady in their kitchen. And I think the answer is pretty clear, but I want to see what everybody thinks. So I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Is Jan the lady that I saw in the kitchen? No?
I thought I
What is Jan the lady that I saw in the kitchen? Well, I don't know what you guys think, but I hear it pretty clear. I hear no in answer to that question. Okay, this next clip is in the same place. But I'm not going to get through the whole thing because I've only got 4 minutes left. I am only doing one session tonight because of the late start and everything, and I am exhausted. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you, my pack, my tribe, for tuning in.
Just the room, that's all. That's all it is. This is it.
No, we're good. No.
Yeah.
Just the room, that's all. That's all it is. Just the room, that's all. That's all it is.
Okay, I don't know if you guys are hearing that like I am, but you hear, I think his name was Phil, was the man of the house. I could be wrong. It might have been Ed or something. I don't know. I'm shitty with names. But point is you hear him talking, saying something about, no, it's just the room or whatever. And then you hear a spirit voice, one that none of us heard at the time. And you can tell because we don't react to it. And what I'm hearing is something like, hey, get off me.
Just the room, that's all. That's all it is. This is it.
No, we're good. No.
Just the room, that's all. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's like, hey, get on me, or hey, get off me, or something like that. Anyways, continuing on. Since we've only got about a minute and a half left, this will probably be it for the night, folks. Thank you once again for tuning in, and until next time, my pal.
No, we're good. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm thinking the same thing she is.
What?
Right now.
Freaked Abby out.
Oh.
My daughter's a cosmetologist.
Yeah, Abby doesn't like stuff like that. It freaks her out. When we go to the fire museum.
Your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter. When we go to the fire museum, they have the like the wax.
You guys
Yeah, I don't do well with them either, but I just kind of ignore it.
She says she swears it's gonna be
The what?
I've seen the one. Okay, I'm going to play that part right there because, and I can't quite make out what it's saying exactly, but it sounds to me like a little girl's voice. Yeah, I don't do well with them either, but I just kind of ignore it.
She says she swears it's gonna be
The what?
I've seen the one.
The what?
I've seen the one that sits on that one thing.
Okay, that's it. My pack, my tribe. Thank you. Tune in Wednesday night. Going to be awesome stuff. Awesome, awesome. And that will be my last show until January. So, till next time, my pack, my tribe. Peace.